So the others can come down.
Gentlemen. right, you may be seated, please. Come on in, graduates. Come on in, graduates. I want to give the seniors a little bit of break to sit down. While we're waiting for the last minute, the last graduates to come in, I just want to share with you, thank you so much for being here today. We ordered some perfect weather for you, minus the sprinkles. I want to thank the KCI facility for the wonderful host that they've done. I want to thank their AV team. Everything behind the scenes that you see goes into a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So I want to just give a shout out and a thank you to all the people that made this possible. Again, seniors, I want to give you a chance to kind of sit down and take a little bit of break. It's a lot of standing. So, you know, when you have a class this big, it takes a little time getting in the doors. Yeah. All right. Looks like we got the last bit in. All right. Well, good afternoon. Thank you for being here. My name is Dr. Chad Sayer. I'm the proud principal here at Platte County High School. It is with great honor and it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this afternoon's celebration of the Pirate Nation and this amazing class of 2018. First, I would like to welcome and recognize the Platte County R3 School District's Board of Education, President Ms. Sharon Sherwood, Vice President Mr. Adam McGinnis, Mr. Gary Brown, Dr. Gwendolyn Cook, Mr. Doug Dahl, Miss Amy McCush, and Ms. Buffy Smith. In addition to the Board of Education, I would like to welcome Dr. Mike Reich, Superintendent of Schools, along with the Assistant Superintendents of Schools, Dr. Mike Brown and Dr. Rob Gardner. I want to especially welcome all the parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, uncles, friends, and just everybody here today to today's ceremony. Without your support, encouragement, love, patience, forgiveness, whatever that is, we wouldn't be here today without you. If you are a parent or a guardian of a graduate, please stand at this time and be recognized. On behalf of Platte County High School and the Platte County R3 School District, I want to personally thank each of you for raising such a wonderful group of young adults. It has been our privilege to help shape their future. It is also important to recognize the many staff, teachers, and all the service workers who have helped these graduates achieve this success both inside and outside the classroom. Thank you for your dedication to these graduates. Without your encouragement, long hours, and genuine love, and also care, again, their journey would not have been possible today. Could all the teachers and staff of the Platte County R3 School District, along with the Platte County R3 High School's faculty, please stand at this time and be recognized. Thank you to each of you for the calling to this noble profession and educating our graduates and all of these future pirates. Wow, class of 2018. What a day to celebrate your journey. This is a day to celebrate what each of you have accomplished, to recognize the hard work each of you have put in for the past 13 years. But it's also a time to close a chapter and start writing a new one that lies ahead. It is crazy to think about how the world has changed since most of you were born in around 1999. The class of 2018 is the first generation that your phone was not used to talk, but it was to play video games and communicate only with emojis. Your ears have never heard the pleasure of the high-pitched whine of dial-up as high speed has always been in your life. Amazon and eBay, all the opportunities they created that allowed you to get anything, anywhere, at any time. That's all you've ever known. Since your time at Platte County High School, you might have had classes in the trailers, played on the old turf in Pirate Stadium, or eaten lunch even in the South Gym. Your freshman year, we didn't have Chromebooks, we didn't have access to the building's network, we didn't have the makerspace or the tech deck, and parking on campus was a daily version of the Hunger Games. All of us in this room have came a long way since then. PCHS has helped shape you. It's molded you into the young adults you are today. The celebrations, successes, achievements, recognitions, the breakups, the bad news, the failures, and the disappointment. All have created a message in your life. The message of your life is yours to carry. I challenge each of you, the graduating class of 2018, ask yourself, what is your message? What will you carry forth as you start the next chapter of your life? This idea of a life's message came to me in the summer of 1990. I was 15 years old. I was working in the hayfields with my grandfather. His name was Grandpa Davis. It was on the family farm in Monette, Missouri. I remember it being an extremely hot day. It was in June, that really hot June, muggy weather, and I was obviously not wanting to do the work. I complained. I drug my feet. I was doing everything so slow that it was affecting the work of the other crew. My grandpa was born in 1904, and he was 86 at that time. I remember sitting in the back grove on the back 70 acres of our farm, underneath a walnut tree and eating my bologna sandwich with my grandpa and wondering, how in the world is this 86-year-old man running circles around me at 15? There's something you need to know about my Grandpa Davis. He was one of those people in your lives that you knew did something completely epic, but never really talked about it. He never talked about it openly in his experience. I totally remember that day in 1990 because he started talking to me for the first time about when he did something crazy, and it embodied his life's message. He told me a story when he was a young man in 1942, living in Southwest Missouri. At that time, he was a founding member of what currently is the National Association of Free Will Baptists. He served on that national board. He was a Foreign Missions Board chairman. From his tiny farmhouse in Monette, Missouri, he sent a telegram to the national office in Tennessee requesting to send himself and a delegation to Cuba to help with the people on the island under a repressive government led by Batista and soon after Castro. My grandpa told me that he knew it was going to be dangerous. He knew it was going to be dangerous not only in the travel, but when he got to the island itself. I remember clearly him looking at the ground, and he shared a story about how on January 23rd, 1942, they had to leave Miami, Florida in the cover of darkness because there were German U-boats in the waters patrolling the waterline below. You see, this was only 6 weeks after Pearl Harbor. Later, he wrote in his published memoir that we were conscious of the danger, but far greater than that, we were keenly conscious of the divine presence and protection of the Lord. As sweat dripped off his elderly brow, he described how the group sailed in total blackness of the night, looking for the lighthouse to guide them into the port of Havana. The lighthouse was critical because the navigator, who became seasick, was unable to do the job at that point. As a teenager, I was so intrigued with this event. He had never said anything like this before. It was like a Steven Spielberg movie. My grandpa, I realized, was a real-life Indiana Jones. I was all about the intrigue, the adventure, the story, but Grandpa Davis, being a Southern Baptist pastor for over 60 years, had to make a point. There was a bigger message for me. As we sat and finished up our iced tea, he shared that Cuba was a tipping point in his life. At that moment, he looked directly in my face and he asked me, "Chad, what is your message in your life?" I don't remember what exactly I responded to. probably a good job, education, good money, a cool car. But it was immediately clear that is not what my grandfather Davis wanted for me in my life. He told me to look at the hay crew across the field under that small patch of trees, and he asked me, "What do you think the message is that you have sent them today?" He specifically said, "It's not what they think of you, but what is the message?" I was so confused by this statement. I told Grandpa I didn't understand what he meant. His response changed me forever. Without hesitation, he said, "Well, what they think about you is a lazy teenager who is spoiled and does not know hard work." I immediately lowered my head. My Grandpa Davis was right. He instructed me to pull my head up and then asked me, "But Chad, what is your message? What is your message?" When you were thirsty and you took many drinks from the well, did you ask to share with others? When you couldn't buck all the hay bales up onto the trailer, did you keep trying? Is that your message? Did you know that one of the men in the crew was dying of cancer and the other recently lost their child, and the only complaint you had in your life was working in the heat? Is that your message? I sat there, ashamed, embarrassed, at a loss for words. But then he asked me again, "Chad, what is your message?" Grandpa, as he adjusted his tattered overalls, came over to me and sat on the bale of hay. He put his arm around my shoulder and gave me a squeeze. He quietly shared in my ear how scared he was the night he went to Havana, how inadequate he often felt as the boat sailed through the night to keep it on course, and how often he would give up. How often he wanted to give up as to not put the others in danger as it was his idea, and how much he prayed through the night, knowing that there was only a sign of danger if they found the harbor. It would have been so easy to turn back, he said. Others would have thought in that moment it was the right decision, but that was not my grandpa's life message. During his time as a missionary, the many trips to Cuba, the dozens of churches that he planted, the 10,000 sermons that he shared, regardless of the circumstances, he always modeled his life's message of hope, love, and faith. Only as an adult can I look back at that moment and realize in that quiet moment we had under the walnut tree, his life message was always true. He never failed. He always gave me hope. He showered me in love. He always modeled strong faith. And no matter the challenge or the circumstances, he never wavered. I challenge all of you, the class of 2018, as my Grandpa Davis challenged me, to go deep within yourself. What is your message? This is not what you do in life, but what directs it. What is the light that you will use on your path as you move forward? Your life's message. Use it as a guide. Don't deviate and never lose sight. Do not let the next chapter of your life be what others think or about creating a perfect image. Let your life's message be the lighthouse on your journey. Is it love? Is it family? Is it strong work ethic? Is it your faith? Is it acts of service? Is it showing kindness or the willingness to forgive? As you paddle around the vastness of the life's ocean, what is your lighthouse that will guide your journey? Let your life's message be the benchmark in which you evaluate what you do every day. To help each of you remember the celebration today, I have personally brought you each a small gift. You will get a 2018 commemorative quarter, and it is my hope when you see this coin, it will remind you every day to focus on your life's message. On the front, in the lower the lower right-hand side, there's a small P. That stands for the Pirate Nation. Don't ever forget, once a pirate, always a pirate. On the back is a depiction of the Apostle Islands, located off the coast of Lake Superior in Wisconsin. As you look at the image, you can see the strong current that challenge forward movement. There are steep rock cliffs that do not allow you to come ashore for rest. A single rower that represents your individual journey to your next chapter. But in the top right-hand corner, it's very small, but it towers over everything. There's a single lighthouse up on the cliff top. It is there to provide guidance. It is a passage to the best in each of you. Should be your life's message. Apostle Island is also so appropriate for today because you see within the classic Greek translation of the word apostle or apostolosos, it means one who is sent off with the message. Today, each of you as class of 2018 is being sent out to write the next chapter of your life. I hope that the time at Platte County has provided you many lighthouses that will help guide you over a lifetime. I want to personally thank each of you. I love you guys. Thank you for sharing your journey together, making memories, and shaping our life's message. I will never forget you, and remember, you will always be a pirate. Thank you. Keeping the dignity of today's ceremony at the forefront, it is requested that persons refrain from inappropriately loud cheering or applauding, too loud. This behavior infringes on the rights of others to ability to hear that exact moment when their student's name is read. We also ask that no noisemakers be used of any kind, and thank you in advance for respecting and honoring all our graduates and their families. At this time, please help me welcome Mr. Brian Von Glahn and the concert choir as they perform You'll Be in My Heart, selected by the class of 2018 from the movie Tarzan.
Different beside us. We're not that different at all. But you will be in my heart. Yes, you will be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore.
Don't listen to them, 'cause what do they know?
What do they know?
Each other to have to hold.
They'll see in time. I know.
When destiny calls you, you must be strong.
Gotta be strong.
But you've got to hold on.
They'll see in time. I know. We'll show them together, 'cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you will be in my heart.
From this day on, now and forevermore.
You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say,
You'll be here in my heart.
I'll be there always.
Always.
I'll be with you. Well, I'll be there for you always.
Always and always.
Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. I'll be there.
Thank you, Mr. Von Glon, Concert Choir. Next in our program is Miss Rosalina Garcia, Platte County High School Student Council President, with Reflections of a Senior. Rosalina is the daughter of Jerry and Lisa Garcia.
Thank you, Dr. Sayre. For 4 years, we have been waking up early to learn, not just in the classrooms or from the textbooks, but from each other. And it doesn't stop here. Life. How does 4 little letters, L-I-F-E, represent the thousands of passing periods we've walked, eye-rolling Snapchats we've sent, people we've met, football games we've gone to, and hours we've stared at the Chromebooks, waiting for them to load Google. Reflection on life lets us move forward. We gain knowledge from what has been said and what has been done. In my 8th grade year, Lauren Walker said something that changed the way I thought about growing up. We had all been asked what we didn't want to lose when we grew up. Some of us said friends, no responsibilities, or other trivial things. But Lauren said humor. And that was probably the most profound thing I had ever heard, to which I promptly forgot. When we grow up, everything gets serious and scary. The last thing I think of is the humor and funny stories that we'll tell. Having humor and being able to laugh with others and ourselves is one of the most important things that I have learned about life from my friends, teachers, and most importantly, my family. What we take from life, the good and the bad, will help us in the future. When I think of the future, the first thing that comes to mind is that I'm going to be broke. At least I'm already prepared. Should we expect the $100,000 a year paying job right after college? No. We should expect to struggle. Struggling is what motivates, builds character, and ultimately pushes us to achieve our goals. High school has thoroughly pushed us to struggle. Between pulling all-nighters for NHG and cramming for tests, and more recently, learning how to brag about ourselves as we write as many scholarship essays as possible, every one of us sitting here has overcome struggle, and it doesn't stop here. Life so far has been about learning, but most of all, it has been about support. Each other, our friends, our teachers, and our families. This fall, we were all standing at the assembly before the boys went away to semifinals. It was then that we realized that we'd all come together to support one another. We were together not because we all get along or are friends, but because we are one class that supports each other. For 4 years, our class has been successful in so many ways. Science Olympiad has made state all 4 of our years. Many of our classes made it to state and then on to nationals for FBLA. The robotics team is full of geniuses. Our senior football boys have made it farther than PC has in so many years. We've had state swimmers in our class. The choir and band are losing some phenomenal musicians. We have 2 seniors sitting here with us now who scored a perfect on the ACT, one of which had to deal with helping me an entire semester in Chem 2. Our class has achieved many things to prepare us for our next journey in life. The real world does not start when we leave high school, when we do our own taxes, or when we get jobs that pay more than $9 an hour. We've been in the real world our whole lives, and I don't know about any of you, but I want to go and live it. Finally, I would like to thank some truly amazing people. Thank you to my parents who, despite wanting to get me out of the house, raised me to be a person that I am proud to be. To Puckett, I have never met a person with a more infectious laugh. Thank you for 4 years of laughing and all of the teals feels. To Perkins, thank you for supporting me through my good and bad ideas with sarcastic comments. To my best friends, thank you for never letting me down and always inspiring me. And of course, thank you to every teacher sitting with us. We will take what you've taught and become people that you will be proud to call your students after we leave here. This is not our beginning, and this is not our end. It is the life we have chosen for ourselves, and I am proud and honored to have shared the past 13 years with all of you.
I'm going to have to raise this up a little bit. I would like to introduce our next speaker who was chosen to speak today by her fellow summa cum laude graduates, Ms. Hannah Wood, with Reflections of a Senior. Hannah is the daughter of James and Wendy Wood.
Hello, I am Hannah Wood, and this is an incredible opportunity to speak with you all today. 3 years ago, my older brother, Aaron Wood, stood on this same stage and presented his senior speech, and that is why it is even more of an honor to be able to share my loving message with you all. My fellow graduates, over the last 4 years here at Platte County High School, we have experienced wonderful memories together and learned a lot. Mr. Perkins taught us how to tell amazing stories and some calculus. Mrs. Mick taught us the importance of correctly using MLA citation and how to annotate like a pro for National History Day. And Mr. Keith taught us how not to train for a race by drinking multitudes of Mountain Dew. And all of this knowledge will no doubt be valuable as we go forward in life. But I think that the most important thing we have learned over the last 4 years is how to build relationships and rely on each other. Our struggles together have solidified the bonds we have, so no matter how busy we all become, we will always have the connection of surviving Platte County High School together. Over the next few minutes, I'd like to talk about what we've learned, the people we have to thank, and the people we have to remember. We have relied on each other for years now, and the relationships we have created will help us succeed in the future. As a member of the dance team for 4 years, I realized the importance of relying on a team. My dance coaches, Nookie Bookout and Nicole Mack, showed my fellow classmate Ashby and I love even as awkward little freshmen. My team served as my second family, and with them, I was able to dance at football games, dance competitions, and other school activities. My team motivated me, and they kept me excited for high school, and they provided me with opportunities and love. And they also provided me with memories with our mascot, Harrietta. Furthermore, I would not be where I am today without the love and support of my freshman biology teacher, Mrs. Redinger. As I went to apply for college and decide what I wanted to study, I remembered your encouragement all the way back in freshman year. You strengthened my love for science and told me that I would be somebody someday and that I just had to continue to challenge myself. Your inspiring words kept me motivated throughout my time here, and I will always be thankful for your confidence in me and my classmates. You remind me that nothing we accomplish is done alone. Rather, we need each other for support and coaching. Next, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates to thank the people that have brought us here. I would like to thank my incredible parents and siblings for providing me with a life full of love and opportunities. I would like to thank my best friends for showing me love even whenever I can be obnoxious. And I want to thank teachers like Mrs. Perkins, who opened up their hearts and rooms to all of us. And I know we will always be thankful for your honesty and positivity. And I want to thank fun teachers and administration like Mrs. Puckett or Mrs. Kasner or Dr. Sayre, who you know would do anything to make sure that you could succeed. Finally, I'd like to take a moment to remember our classmates and teachers who are not with us today. Though I did not personally know Luke Hogue, I would like to honor his memory and know he was loved in our school and community. So now, we're high school graduates, and soon we're going to be running off to our futures and saying goodbye. There will be hugs, tears, and photos to be framed. We'll do our best to stay in touch, but we'll be living our lives and doing our best. So go out there, live a little, be daring, seek adventure, and do not let the small things get you down. Our stories as adults begins now. Learn to appreciate your capabilities and utilize the knowledge you gained here at school to make a difference in your community. As a final thought going forward, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Nelson Mandela. He said, "There is no passion in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living." Thank you, class of 2018. I love you all. Congratulations, and always remember to be kind.
Thank you very much, Rosie and Hannah. All right. At this time, could I please have all the candidates for graduation please rise for the formal recommendation to the Board of Education. Madam President and other members of the board, having fulfilled all the requirements as set forth by our Board of Education and the state of Missouri, it is my distinct honor to present for conferment of diplomas Platte County High School's class of 2018.
On behalf of the Platte County R3 Board of Education and as president of the Board of Education, I accept the submission of the Platte County High School class of 2018 for commencement. Congratulations, graduates.
All right. Graduates, you may be seated, except for the rehearsed row. At this time, please prepare to receive your diplomas, and we will start with recognizing our summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude students. Please welcome to the stage Dr. Mike Reich. Or excuse me, yes, Dr. Mike Reich, Superintendent of Schools.
We start our presentation of diplomas with the summa cum laude honors, graduating with highest honors. To achieve summa cum laude, a student must obtain a 4.2 or above grade point average. Students being recognized for this honor will wear a stole of black and orange. Zoe Catherine Bedrosian. Devin Jacob Danner. Grant S. Dixon. Lauren Elizabeth Elmore. Drake Nicholas Hansen. Turner Samuel Hess. William Lee Hess. Kara Lynn Hoosier. Spencer Charles Klopfer. Grace E. Lewis. Summer Leanne Lutz. Lauren Nicole Masters. Zoe Elizabeth Main. Matthew Robert Molinari. Olivia Marie Orff. Kaylee Marie Peterson. Audrey Jane Putney. Hannah K. Richardson. Dakota Hunter Schmidt. Noah Charles Singer. Aiden Stone. Wesley Grant Valentine. Claire Catherine Wilhelm. Hannah Bell Wood. Lauren Zenomanachek.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike Brown, Assistant Superintendent, and I am here to recognize students graduating magna cum laude. To achieve magna cum laude, a student must obtain a 4.0 to 4.19 GPA. Students being recognized for this honor will wear a stole of orange and black. Tigran V. Avetisov. Rebecca Ellen Beal. Nicholas Walter Bustrom. Matthew Ray Blaha. Bailey Ann Bologna. Tanner Patrick Clarkson. Kimberly Rochelle Dungan. Jamie M. Hansen. Megan Lee Hessemer. Danielle Nicole Major. Brianna Kaylee Moore. Bailey Annette Newell. Kaylee Ann Noyes. Tia Lynn Sanders. 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 Taryn Ann Turner. Peyton L. Ward. Carly Ray Wise. Nicholas Michael Wright. Ramses R. Young.
Good afternoon. I am here to announce those students who have achieved cum laude, graduating with honors. To achieve cum laude, a student must obtain a 3.8 to a 3.99 GPA. Students being recognized for the honor will wear a stole of gray and black. Brittany Ann Alvarado. Jamila Alexis Bailey. James Nicholas Catlin. Skylar Lee Crowley. Kobe Alexander Cummings. Porter Martin Curtis. Elena Dalby. Sandra K. Daniels. Simon A. Davis. Evan Frederick Edwards. Charlene Cole Field. Carlton Alexander Hall. Hannah Elizabeth Hall. Haley Rose Jerome. Lauren K. Johnson. Parker T. Lucina. Emily Elizabeth Mannion. Taylor R. Napravnik. Cody R. Fippen. Kenzie May Polly. Jacob Jimmy Post. Chase Kennett Randolph. Joel M. Rodriguez. Kristen Rose Schlarman. Riley E. Schmidt. Hope Reagan Stickler. Aaron Jean Straubel. Keely Shea Vale. Lauren Erica Walker.
Uzel L. Abraham. Deja E. Adams. Brandon W. Atkinson. Fardosa Faisal Ali. Felicia Luann Anderson. Brittany Cheyenne Armstrong. Kyle Reed Arnold. Courtney L. Bales. Deja N. Banks. Danny Barber. Brittany Larie Barrera. Lauren A. Becker. Ryan James Becker. Sarah May Ann Bell. Brighton Allen Bennett. Blake Austin Bills. Cody Lee Bishop. Chase Michael Blankenship. Isaiah L. Boydston. Michael C. Boydston. Kelsey Ann Brightwell. Noah Aaron Brenton. Skylar William Brooks. Tyler Franklin Brooks. Faith Elizabeth Burchell. Colton Michael Butcher. Trenton A. Campbell. Lake Dawson Cash. Tanisha Raquel Chambers. Geneva Michelle Chance. Kristen Michelle Chauvin. Mason Mark Clare. Alexandra Peyton Klein. Matthew Ethan Clauser. Brinley Morgan Cook. Lauren Bailey Coons. Alexander Gregory Corcoran. Brianne T. Cordell. Jacob C. Costello. Brent A. Craig. Britiana Vernette Nicole Curry. Colton Shane Davis. Caden Lane DeLay. Caleb Lee Dolan. Gage L. Dreyer. Philip Austin Durbin. Danae Didell. Aiden Gilick. Harley M. Fair. Leslie Karina Farias Munoz. Miles Jeffrey Fine. Megan Sue Fowler. Lucas Folk. Pedro A. Garcia. Rosalina Marie Garcia. Dustin Troy Garcia Fard Jr. Jasmine Ann Radine Gardner. Luke Aiden Gomez. Andrew J. Graves. Gavin C. Hardman. Joseph Austin Harper. Liliana Isabel Harrison. Kaylin Page Hathaway. Dalton A. Henricks. Aiden N. Hill. Garrett Luke Helms. Dominic J. Heiner. Lucas Matthew Renz Hodson. Austin Matthew Hogan. Riley Michelle Hoover. Colin M. Huggins. Catherine Parker Huey. Max Hunter. Michaela L. Ingersoll. Callie R. Jackson. Lindsay Diane Johnson. Patrick X. Johnson, Jr. Kendall Don Keith. Hayden Graham Kelly. Logan M. Kennel. Patrick Allen Kern. Luke Aaron Kimball. Austin Wells Kincaid. Colin James Kinnick. Daniel Joseph Kirk. David Emmanuel Kirk. Paloma de Rey Kiyoshi. John Charles Kramer Klingly. Matthew Lawrence Knopp. Macaulay A. Kuntz. Devin A. Kunkel. Jack Ryan Louderoot. Caleb Timothy Leahy. Courtney Ray Larson. Emma Grace McCush. Nathan Robert Mayer. Sadie Mae Manser. Taylor Ray Martin. Connor L. Martin Smith. Dakota Masoner.
Colby Lane Mathis. Dara Rochelle McCall. Connor R. McCoy. Cade Michael McGinnis. Joseph M. McFeeters. Ryan N. Medley. Jacob Harrison Miller. Lacole A. Mirial. Abdullahi M. Mohammed. Ashley B. Maupin. Courtney Ray Morgan. Devin E. Morris. Sarah Muhammad Mosley. Khadija Noor Mounier. Ethan James Murphy. Hunter Ray Murray. Richard E. Newsom II. Brandon M. Wynn. Selena P. Wynn. Jacob Thomas Nicholson. Alyssa Minay Nordyke. Madison V. Oginski. Jerry Lee Orozco Roller. Julian Rashid Palomore. Skylar Dean Parrott. Joshua Charles Payne. Chandler John Peterson. Jackson Hugh Fawn. Matthew Emmanuel Phillips. Raven L. Phillips. Tavares LeRae Pointer, Jr. Ashby Ryan Prestegard. DeAndre LaShawn Peyton Ragsdale. Zoe M. Ramirez Burley. Josie Lynn Rawlings. Malachi Knight Ray. Dylan S. Reed. Trey Vincent Reese. Frank Gustav Wrench. Kyle Matthew Reynolds. Devin Jacob Richardson. Christina Michelle Rivera. Jalen Lamont Rose. Savannah Lynn Rottinghouse. Taylor S. Sandal. Celia Sonis Tolfson. Ethan M. Schofield. Catherine Bell Schooler. Noah Jeffrey Shanks. Brianna Nicole Shepard. Jacob D. Shields. Sage K. Smart. Destiny Marie Smith. John A. Smith. Michael Stanford Smith III. Ella Lucille Marie Sonderegger. Amara Nicole Spencer. Joe M. St. Louis. Lucas K. Stanley. Sarah Stefanelli. Susan I. Stock. Connor Scott Stewart. Gavin Sudarth. Faith Nicole Swope. Jonathan Michael Taylor. Naomi Maylin Taylor. John Carl Tier. Jordan Nicole Thiessen. Who do we miss? Olivia Rose Taylor. We had you in. Trevor Alexander Teets. Hunter M. Tongate. Christian Charles Torsha. Daniel Joseph Tosti Simonak. Alan T. Tran. Gloria Christina Valdez. Chase Michael Valazan Crispin. Lane Patrick Vaughn. Ethan Allen Ventris. Aliana Rebecca Waddell. Max Charles Walker. Taylor K. Wallace. Clarissa Faith Waller. William O. Wallingford. Anna Lee Watson. Jonathan Jalen Watts. Thanks, man. Mariah Christine Way Abbott. Chase E. Webb. Cole Edward Wiedekin. Abigail Lee White. Cassandra Marie Whittlesey. Rubilee Elizabeth Wilkinson. Eric G. Williams. Joshua Allen Scott Williams. Sarah Madison Williams. Kaylee Javay Wright. Quincy Tyrone Young. Seti Luis Young. Blake Isaac Zimmerman.
All right, Platte County High School graduating class of 2018, please rise. All right. Be it known that the Platte County R3 School District's Board of Education, having been advised by the administration and faculty that these young adults have completed the course of study required of candidates for the high school diploma, do confer said degree with all honors and privileges appertaining thereto. Graduates, you may move your tassels at this time. As we conclude our ceremony, I would ask that you allow our graduates, staff, and podium attendees to exit the hall first. Graduates, to each of you, good luck, good fortune, and my very best wishes to your personal success. Great job, Pirates. Go. You can take them.